Hello, today's date is February 22nd, 2018. For today's video source inspection, we will be filming 4 controllers, 2 328 controllers, as well as 2 101 controllers will make up the 4. This video is for one of our customers in the Beaverton, Oregon area. Due to confidentiality reasons, we will not be disclosing our customer's name, but will be using their internal PO number. PO number is 4500514-948. We will be running expedited test cycles for you today, so we aren't filming all day here. We're going to be doing a 30-second rinse, 30-second dry 1, and 30-second dry 2. Before we get started, I'm going to show you our test assembly. This bottom row of lights shows which solenoids are turning on. Here we have the lights that are symbolizing what would be on the front power panel, of their ST, and then we have our 2 bowl heaters on the top left here. Let's go ahead and begin. So as you could probably guess, we repair every type of semi-tool SRD controller. 225s, the 228s, the 328s, PSC 101, as well as the PSC 102. This is a 328 controller. It's a 3-stage controller, rinse, dry 1, and dry 2. The 228 is 2-stage. If you have interest in a controller repair, please feel free to give us a call at 916-797-9000. And we are in our dry 1. This is our high RPM dry. As you can see, our heaters are now on. The front panel heater indicator light is on, and everything is running smoothly so far. If you're looking into specifics for controllers, you can visit our website. Our website is www.cytecprocess.com. as we are now slowing down for our dry 2. Now, in addition to repairing all these controllers, we also provide these controllers in refurbished condition. That'll save you a lead time on waiting for a repair and getting put on our schedule there. And we always recommend to our customers, if they have a double stack, they should have a backup controller for their double stack, as the controller is basically the brains of the SRD. So this is a 1-minute delay after the end of the cycle. That could vary from controller to controller due to the software in this 328 controller. We're going to be sitting here for about a minute with this 9 here that shows that the RSP is awaiting to fire. Now, if you want to send us a formal RFQ, you can also use our sales email address. Our email address is sales@cytecprocess.com. And also for all you West Coast customers, I'm your account manager for SRD spare parts and service. My direct extension is 916-975-2204. So we should have the RSP fire here. Yep. As you see, our RSP light is here. It would now be safe to open the door and take out your dry wafers. I'm going to stop the video so we can set up the next controller. Hello, we are back filming controllers for a customer in Beaverton, Oregon. I've recited their internal PO number one time for their self-identification of their controllers. I'll say it one more time. PO number is 4500514-948. So this is a different 328 controller. The last controller had the power light on due to the version that this is the VTI version. It's not capable of having the lamp here that was installed in the previous 328 controller. Just a quick rundown one more time. Solenoid valves, front plate, face plate indicators, then our heaters, N2 heater and our bowl heater. So let's go ahead and begin. I'm going to talk to you a little bit more about our specific spare parts support, since I pretty much covered everything for our controllers other than our brand new Slick device controller, which I will also talk about in one of these videos. Okay, so we're doing the expedited cycle to refresh your memory. 30-second rinse, 30-second dry 1, as well as a 30-second dry 2. So I'm going to talk about spare parts and service here. I've talked about our controller repairs and how we provide refurbished controllers. We do have a newer slick device controller. I'm going to save that for my next video. But I want to talk to you about our other major components. Other major SRD components include, and we're about to move here into our dry 1, high RPM, and we're speeding up. Heat is now on, we're good to go. And other major components of the SRD include rotors, motors, as well as amps. Now, we rebalance rotors, we also repair amps, and we also repair motors. So we can provide them as new or service these items, just like the controllers. So if you ever run into motor trouble, your tool is out of balance due to your rotor, or you have an amp die on you, Cytec is a great resource for you. We are now in our slow RPM dry 2. I just want to share our contact information one more time. Website is www.cytecprocess.com. Our sales email address, if you want to send us an RFQ, sales@cytecprocess.com. And our phone number is 916-797-9000. We have a spin down delay for the RSP on this controller as well, so that is the lull that we're experiencing here. When we're spinning down for the RSP to fire, we have this 9 here. That's the indicator that you should not be opening your door yet, as you can cause damage to your SRD. If you're on the West Coast, my direct line is 916-975-2204, and my name is Matt Gifford. I'm your SRD Spare Parts and Service Account Manager. So it should be within the next 5-10 seconds that our RSP fires here. In our next video, we're going to move on to the digital 101 controllers, and I'll have 2 of those for you where we're going to run test cycles as well. Okay, RSP is fired. We have our indicator here. It'd now be safe to open the door and remove your dry wafers from your SRD. I'm going to go ahead and shut off the camera so we can get the next controller set up. Okay, we are back. We are now on a different test head assembly. We have a PSC 101 controller hooked up. On the next controller, you'll notice it says 3600 next to idle. That's because that controller will have auto cycle. This controller does not have auto cycle. I'll go ahead and list our PO number here so our customer in the Beaverton, Oregon area can identify this controller as theirs. PO is 4500514-948. So I'm going to explain this test head assembly. It's similar, but there's a difference. We have our solenoid valves. There's no front faceplate indicator because this is not an ST. This would be for an S model SRD. We have our anti-static, our bowl heater, then our N2 heater are in the same spot. But the anti-static instead of the front panel is the main difference on our test head here and between the tools. So our cycle is going to be a 30-second rinse, 10-second purge, 30-second high RPM dry, and 30-second low RPM dry 2. Let's go ahead and begin. Okay, so we are in our rinse. Let me get out of the way here. I spoke about our major spare parts components. I'm going to talk about more consumable spare parts. We support semi-tool spin and rinse dryers with 100% spare parts and service support. I have gone through the service items with you outside of our refurbishments, which will be for the next video. Our spare parts that we provide include windows, door seals, heating elements, anti-static modules, the major components, controllers, amps, rotors, motors, and we're about to run into our dry 1 now. Our heaters are on, the SRD is running well. We also supply pressure switches, tax sensors, rotor stop positioners, isolation grommets, as well as even cassettes. We are the world leader in semi-tool spare parts and service support for spin rinse dryers. So we have about 5 seconds left in our high RPM dry. We're going to be transitioning to our low RPM dry next. So I want to talk about a direct replacement for this controller that's a newer product at Cytec. It's the Slick Device S1 controller. This is digital. Our Slick Device is all graphical interface, and it's touchscreen technology. It's top of the line, the best technology on the market. The controller has preventative maintenance capabilities. It troubleshoots for itself. It's a very smart controller. If you go to our website and search our part number, 06-02000, that's the part number for the Slick Device, and you'll find a link to a demonstration of our Slick Device controller. So, our cycle has ended here for this PSC 101 controller. It runs great, and our customers can be very happy with it. I'm going to go ahead and shut off our controller, and so we can get the next one set up. In our next video, I'll talk about our equipment as well as refurbishments. Okay, we are back. Customer purchase order number. They're in the Beaverton, Oregon area for their final of the 4 controllers sent in, a PSC 101 for an S model. Their PO number is 4500514-948. So before we get started, I want to show you, this indicates they have auto cycle, 3,600 seconds, 60 minutes. Every 60 minutes while the SRD is in idle, this will run cycle on its own. That's what auto cycle means. You're going to see a resistivity error come up as we run through this test cycle. That is due to the version of the software that is on the customer's controller. The cycle is going to run fine. It's going to run uninterrupted, but you will see resistivity error flash here on the digital controller. I'm going to discuss our refurbishments as well as some of our equipment offerings here at Cytec once we get started. The test cycle, as is standard here, is 30-second rinse, 10-second purge, 30-second high RPM dry, and then a 30-second high RPM dry 2. Excuse me, low RPM dry 2. Let's begin. Get out of the way. So I spoke about our SRD spare parts and service. We also do full system refurbishments. We recommend our customers refurbish their SRDs every 5 to 10 years, depending on the amount of usage the tool is getting. When we refurbish an SRD, we break it down to the component level, clean and test all parts for full function, and replace all parts needed as necessary. When we send back a refurbished SRD to a customer, it comes in like new condition. Okay, we're in our purge, about 5 seconds left before we go ahead and move into our dry 1, which is the high RPM dry. Our bowl heaters have turned on, as you can see at the top left of our test head assembly. So we are in dry 1, about 20 seconds left. We also supply a variety of other front-end fab equipment here at Cytec. This includes K&S mask cleaners, Ultra T mask cleaners, HTC box washers, including the 8010, 8020, and 8030 models, profilometers, ellipsometers, YES ovens, as well as Cybor, IDI, and other photoresist pumps, and a variety of other metrology equipment. As you can see, Cytec is your one-stop shop for front-end fab equipment. So you see the resistivity error flashing, but cycle has gone uninterrupted. This controller is doing its job great. So we're ramping down. Our SP light is now just lit up and fired. It would be safe to open your door and remove all wafers. It should be dry at this point. We thank you for watching our video source inspections today. Visit our website, www.cytecprocess.com, to view our full spare parts and equipment listings, or feel free to give us a call at 916-797-9000 and talk to one of our friendly sales representatives. Thank you. Have a great day.